Hi, it's Chris and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is a recent records find, so I've got a little stack of records to share, some things that I've picked up over the last month or so. Not a huge amount. I've got some 7-inch singles, about 5 or so of those, and some 12-inch singles, which I don't buy very often, but I went to one shop and there was a new stack of 12-inch singles for really, really cheap. So I did pick those up, and I've got about 4 albums. So let's start with the 45s. First up is the Chameleons and Up the Down Escalator. Now, I don't know much about this band. They sound like lots of bands did in the kind of 82, 83 sort of time. Quite post-punky, but yeah, really, really good single. If you know anything about the Chameleons, let me know. That was okay. Pleased to pick that up. I also picked up a song that John Peel had in his festive 50s back in the sort of 70s, 76 or so, which was kind of incongruous with the sorts of material he usually listened to. But anyway, it's Rose of Cimarron by Poco. Now, I've got the album that song is on, but I saw the single for really cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up and add it to my singles collection. So good little country rock song. This is a song I picked up from a charity shop, and so it was 50p. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. It's Heart Song by Gordon Giltrap from 1977. I kind of remembered this as a half-decent instrumental, but there's probably a reason why I've not owned it since 1977, but there we are. And lastly, 2 Deep Purple 45s, just to add to my UK discography, which is almost complete. I think they've got a new album coming out and some new singles, so I'll have to get those, of course. But this is Hell to Pay and Above and Beyond, both on coloured vinyl. I think that's red and that's purple. Numbered and limited editions, and sealed they will remain. But when you're a collector, that's the kind of thing you do. Okay, some 12-inch singles. I don't usually buy 12-inch singles. I think they take up a lot of space, and I don't play them that often. But as I said, I went into a record shop and there was a bunch of them that were really good condition and really, really cheap. So I thought I'd pick them up, and I got a bit of a deal for picking up the 10 or so that I did. So first of all, I've got about 5 12-inch singles from Duran Duran. So this is Save a Prayer, backed with Hold Back the Rain, which I think is one of their best songs. So pleased to pick that up, as I was Rio, 12-inch version of that, backed with My Own Way, which is a great track. And then from 83, New Moon on Monday, back with a song called Tiger Tiger. So that's not bad either. And then probably one of my favourite songs by them, Hungry Like the Wolf, night version. They did some really good extended remixes, I think, anyway, back in the 80s. And it's back with Careless Memories, a live version of that, which is a great track. And then an early one, Girls on Film, again, night version of that. So extended remix, which is really nice. So pleased to pick those up. Next up is a song. I've got it on the album. I've got the 7-inch as well, but again, for this kind of money, I had to pick up Atomic by Blondie. The sound on this is absolutely tremendous. It's brilliant. It's got a couple of tracks on the B-side, including her version of David Bowie's Heroes, which is half decent. Next up, a couple of 12-inch singles from a band I don't have a huge amount from. I got a couple of 7-inch singles and I think just one album by them, but I picked up 2 12-inch singles from Sparks. So this is their Giorgio Moroder disco era. This is Beat the Clock, which is on kind of yellow vinyl, which is nice, die-cut sleeve, and Tryouts for the Human Race as well, which is some blue vinyl, but actually if you look closely, it is in fact a picture disc. Certainly the label part is a picture disc. So from 1979, from their album Number One in Heaven, which is a good album, good disco album. Next up, a little bit of a boring cover, but a great track. This is Chic and I Want Your Love. One thing I really do like about it, it's an extended remix of it. One thing I do like, and I guess this is for DJs, it says 116 beats per minute, and then we've got Le Freak and Chic Cheer on the B-side at 113 and Le Freak at 121 beats a minute. I guess that's important if you're a DJ or you're mixing or whatever. So pleased to pick up that beautiful sounding 12-inch single. And I've got the famous 4 singles from this band on 12-inch and the various formats. But I saw these. So Frankie Goes to Hollywood and, wrong way around, and Warriors So this is Turn of the Knife mix, and this is 12 Wild Disciples mix. It's not in the same realms as Relax and Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, Two Tribes and so on, but you know, cheap and good pickups. Okay, onto the albums. So I've only got 4 albums that I've picked up over the last month or so. The first 2 are Deep Purple related, and I have these on CD, and I think I've shown them quite recently on CD, but I've never owned them on vinyl, and I found them on eBay and won an auction, which is very rare for me. I don't usually get any success via eBay, but anyway. So I got the debut album from American band Zephyr, which features a very young Tommy Bolin. Obviously he went on to play with Deep Purple on one album, and so I've always kind of, you know, liked to collect stuff that he's been involved with. I think he was an underrated guitarist. He just was a drug addict, and that affected his performance, but some of his fusion work is just out of this world. But this is kind of blues rock. The singer Candy Gibbons is the reason why they were never successful. She sounds like a very poor Janis Joplin, and kind of, you know, vocally is quite a challenge. Instrumentally, the good band, and obviously Tommy Bolin, great guitarist. They did 2 albums together with Tommy Bolin, and this is the second one, going back to Colorado. So I was really pleased to pick up that album as well, and that completes my discography for Tommy Bolin. And again, collecting discography, so I do really like 70s Tangerine Dream, and now I'm just missing 2, Zeit and the first one, Electronic Meditation, because I've just managed to pick up 2 first presses on Polydor Records of Alpha Centauri and Atom. I can't remember which way round these come in terms of their order. Alpha Centauri, I think, is possibly the earlier of the 2. This is the better condition. Now, it's something I said in a previous video. When you buy this kind of music on an album, it's got to be immaculate, otherwise, because of the kind of ambient, electronic, maybe quiet passage sort of part to it. This is absolutely minty. I mean, I presume it has been played, but if it has been played, it hasn't been played very much at all. It is faultless, absolutely beautiful, clean copy of Alpha Centauri. I think it might be from 71 too, something like that. And the other one is Atom, which is slightly more crackly. It looked really good in the shop, and I played it on their hi-fi with headphones, and it sounded okay, but when you take it off headphones, you can hear a few pops and whistles and cracks and stuff. It's all right. It's good enough. It's a VG plus, but it's not a near mint, which is, I think, is what you need for this kind of music. So anyway, there's all the stuff that I've picked up. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'm sure I'll be back sometime with another video. Cheers all. Take care. Bye.